Hey guys, it's Will. So you could hear the birds chirp maybe. It's sunrise over here on this side, and then back here you could see some of the mountains that are getting some light on them. And we got up at 3:30 a.m. this morning to trade the semiconductor market in our live session. Again, if you guys want to ever join us there, it's the second link below. When we were trading, we got into SOXS this morning, or actually we were already in it, and we ended up selling it for a profit this morning. It's up about 10%. So you could see it's doing quite well. And you might say, Will, the whole market was looking red. How did you make money? How did we see the market up today? Well, take a look at this trend. So part of the reason why this is up is because this stock goes up when the rest of the market goes down in semiconductors. So as semiconductors, SOXL, sold off today, you could see this sell off as the market was selling off related to semiconductors. So that's Nvidia, that's AMD, that's ASML, that's Taiwan Semiconductor, On Semiconductor, Broadcom. The companies like Broadcom supply for Google. You got Nvidia supplying for Apple. You have the companies that supply for Tesla as well as Nvidia. You got Taiwan Semiconductor, which powers Nvidia. Then you have On Semiconductor manufacturing in Phoenix, but still seeing a lot of imports from other countries. So what happens? Well, we have the tariffs hit. Then you have more pressure on these semiconductor companies to not only have more expensive imports and exports, but then on top of that, you have things like Nvidia having being told not to sell basically their chips over to China. So Nvidia stock falls as China's Huawei reportedly boosts AI chip production after this new export ban to China on the semiconductors. You could see some of the companies. Nvidia keeps making new chips for China amid U.S. crackdown. There's still, you even saw Nvidia's CEO, Jensen, he goes and he meets with China to basically meet with them and say, hey, we're still going to do business even though these things are happening. And you can see even amid crackdowns and bans of exports 2023 from Biden administration, and then now a ban in H20s, you still have him going and meeting with China. And what do you got? You got Broadcom there, you got AMD, Qualcomm, and they're dipping today a little bit. So what does that mean? Well, when this market goes down, so you can see SOXL down 11%. This market, SOXS, if the semiconductor market goes down by 1%, SOXS goes up by 3%. So essentially, this morning we had a position here. We ended up selling it. This is a swing of about 11% again from our entry, and we sold it at market open. Now, when it comes down to the moves that we can expect in the near term for semiconductors, I mean, this is the trend right now. Maybe we see it get up here to $31, or even before there was a big push up. This was one of the biggest market recoveries since 2020. If you guys remember, just about 2 weeks ago, less than 2 weeks ago, the market recovered. And that's why you can see that bear, this is the bear, it went down. But now, what if we get back to some previous levels like we were about 3 weeks ago? What if some of the fears in the semiconductor market remain the same? And we do see some continued tariff wars or things like that happening with some of the biggest countries that we work with as far as electronics. Companies like Apple, Nvidia, or AMD could see some further corrections. So in that case, it's a 47% increase to the previous highs right here. So not saying just necessarily, hey guys, no matter what, we're going to see a spike just like this, and this is going to happen. I'm not saying that at all. But what I could tell you is that this trend is something that we were identifying. We're seeing this rising support, and that's exactly why we traded it today. So when it comes down to Nvidia and seeing some of the moves, you could see that they accounted for 17 billion or 13%. China accounted for 13% of Nvidia's revenue in the fiscal year of 2025. So essentially, if they see bans, they're not meeting with China. You can see Nvidia Jensen visited China and met with trade officials in Beijing last week, pledging, and they pledged 500 billion to the US to build the manufacturing more in the US. Okay, so that's probably going to make it easier for them to still export to other countries, because the US can be like, all right, because you're building here, we can export. And that's kind of, the stingent way to do it, but that's how it's looking right now. And so we'll see. I believe in the near term, we might have more opportunities for some of these swings. SOXS would never be any stock that I would hold long term or even medium term. In fact, most of the trades we make with SOXS or the leveraged indexed inverses of the market are more than often they're going to be just one day or even less than a full day of trading, and that we're taking advantage of swing. So again, 10% swing today. Glad we're able to capitalize on it. And you guys see markets down today. We're still able to turn a profit selling that earlier today. So I appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for watching. What do you guys think about semiconductors? I think overall, while I'm talking about bears here, we will see a big recovery and semiconductors will get back to previous highs at some point. Do you guys believe that to be true as well? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you guys again for watching. And again, if you want to join us live tomorrow, it's that second link in the description to see my entries and my exits. And if you guys enjoyed and I earned your thumbs up, hit that like button. Do consider subscribing. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.